Sagittarius, September. Okay, Sag, I'm with you. I'm a Sag sun. And as we have every year at this time, we have a square with the sun in the sign of Virgo. Okay, so I can feel that in myself because I don't know, it's like, you're going back to school, summer's over, there's more schedules, routines, all the things that like Sagittarius kind of wants the freedom from, wants to be able to move as they want to move, and Virgo's season doesn't always allow that. So yeah, I get the square with the sun in Virgo. All right. And then we also have a square with the planets in the mutable sign Pisces, right? Because we're a mutable sign, so is Virgo, so is Pisces. And so we have a square, 90 degrees. And Saturn, responsibility, hardship, long-term success, and Neptune, the great healer, illusion, delusion, creativity, rest, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we got two big squares going on there. So these things need our attention. We're gonna have to deal with it in some manner, right? So we might as well give it the attention that it needs. And so we're going to have to look at the details, all the little details, and analyze, right? We're going to have to take it's like hard work, Saturn, but in the sign of Pisces, along with Neptune and Pisces, the work hard, dream, envision, rest, and then continuing with the little details, right? Analyzing. So we got that going on. Now, there's not any planets in fire signs. So we're really low on fire, Sag. So it might be good for you to get near a candle or a bonfire, or I talk about cinnamon oil, black pepper oil, maybe in the diffuser, stuff to kind of spice it up a little bit, little heat there. Okay. Now, we are opposite Gemini, right? Sagittarius is opposite Gemini in the zodiac. And we have Jupiter, the planet of luck and blessings and expansion, going through the sign of Gemini till like June of 2025. Okay, so this is great that we have this planet of luck making an aspect. It's asking something from us. Jupiter wants us to look at the big picture. Right? Now, remember, Jupiter is our ruling planet, Sagittarius, right? So if that's our ruling planet and it's opposite of us in our opposite sign of Gemini, we really have to take a look at the things that Jupiter is calling to our attention. So it's in this sign of Gemini, which rules our local community. I wrote down, get involved locally, think bigger. It's the big picture. There's lucky vibes to it. But then we flip-flop over and we remember all the little details and the analyzing Virgo. So we're at both extremes. Both extremes. And that's where the answers are for us. Little details, big picture, think bigger, I know it's like Sagittarius, you think big enough, but you're being asked to think even bigger. To play with the possibilities and then analyze it and break it down and see if it could actually work. Okay, it's kind of a seesaw. Now, here's your pre-reading. I did this before I got on. And I got the Knight of Swords here. It says, be ambitious and chase your every dream. And her shirt says, I think it says book shopper. Okay, so she's really into books. Knight of Swords, always looking for information, questing for truth, questing for knowledge. Okay, now it's interesting because like I did my whole thing about the planets before I even looked at those cards, and I really felt like these cards really solidified what I was saying. The Knight of Swords, be ambitious, chase your every dream. So she's like being ambitious, learning, reading, maybe even writing, but kind of doing the research, the little details, analyzing, right? But then we have to pay attention to the big picture too. And here's the Three of Wands. They've gotten to the actual top of a mountain. They're going to be able to see a big picture. It's pretty cool. And then our third card that comes in the pre-reading is the Hanged Muse from the Muse Tarot. Okay, this is Pisces. This is the Divine Delay card. So it almost looks like she's hanging like from a trapeze or from a high wire here. And she's kind of looking at things from a different outlook. Remember, it's square with Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in its own side of Pisces. So Neptune shows up here, okay? So look at the details, same message, big picture, lucky, rest, and allow the bigger, better picture to come in, okay? All right, now, what are we doing next? We are going to do a live reading now, and we're going to see what else you need to know here, working with the Muse Tarot, the Cozy Witch Tarot, and the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. We're going to throw in an oracle card here from the Solitary Witch Oracle. It's become a real favorite. I love the art. All right, so there's that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Card number 1, Sagittarius, 8 of Voices, 8 of Swords, okay? 8 of Thought. It's almost like laser beams coming out of her eyes, okay? So she's starting to see through like this grid. 8 is the number of 2024 in numerology. So this is kind of like present time. It's a lot of thought, but it feels kind of focused. All right, let's see what that is. The 5 of Cups, spilled tea isn't the end of the world. Okay, she maybe just needs to have a good cry. All right, and the 10 of Wands. So there's a lot of overwhelm there. Looks like there's a lot going on. Okay, so it's interesting how these line up too. Okay, so under the Knight of Swords where she's researching, we almost have this overstimulation. I can relate to that. The 5 of Cups, spilled tea isn't the end of the world. Some things didn't work out. It's coming under the 3 of Wands. She's crying over the 3 cups spilt there. Okay, and then 3 is a foundation number. Often 3 of Cups is like a friend group or something. So there's some things that just need to be cried about. And then there's just an amount of overwhelm here. It's almost like a deadline. Looks like it's getting close to midnight. And then the Muse, which is saying like, please take some downtime from all this overstimulation. There's a lot of like overthinking, over emotioned, and a little bit stressed. Okay. So yeah, that lines up for me. How about you, Sag? All right, let's see what we got week by week here. I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, these little mini ones. They're really cute for each week. And we'll see what you need to know week by week. In September, we also didn't pull this oracle, so let's see. It says, the next journey beckons. How pretty. Feels very Jupiter-like, the bigger picture. It's number 10. Kind of reminds me like of the Wheel of Fortune. There's movement, which is a Sagittarius card. Okay, so there's like these dreams of what's coming next, where the freedom lies, where the beauty is, what the next journey is. And really, Sag, you love a journey. All right, week 1, 10 of Swords reversed. Okay, so there's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of overstimulation. It's almost like it's almost like you were almost sick in bed, but you recovered. Okay, maybe you had some teas or, yep. All right, number 2, Knight of Cups. So something satisfying. It's almost like somebody's bringing you some tea. Something satisfying is on its way to you. There's some emotional satisfaction that's coming, even though this card indicates like the loss of something. There's like a soothing comfort on its way to you. Okay. Now, week number 3, we have the High Priestess, which is a 2, which she is the divine feminine. She is your intuition. Just the idea of just knowing, just feeling. Okay, so week 3. Week 4, Six of Cups, lovely gift being given, maybe some nice time spent with some people that you care about. There's a beautiful exchange, okay? This can be a card of nostalgia. So basically, you've got all this like everyday life stuff going on. You got two major arcanas in all of this reading. The first one was the Muse, the Hanged Muse, the Hanged Man, right up here. And the second one was the High Priestess on week number 3. Both water cards, okay? Watery realms. So there's a need for rest, so that you can hear your inner voice more and you can hear what's kind of calling to you, the journey that's calling to you next, all right? Okay, so what we're going to do next is move these things to the side. And I've had a lot of requests for charms lately, so we're going to use this calendar. And we are going to pull some charms and some dice and give you some days, power days, in the month of September. Okay. All right. So let's start with this big bowl of charms here. My punch bowl of charms. For there's some letters and numbers and letters, and let's see what names what messages we have. We're just kind of tossing it over the calendar. All right. We got a lot of letters. I see a K, L, P, E, E, another P, L, A, W, D. Okay, another D at the top. All right, so nice amount of activity here. On the 3rd, we have the letter D. I see the word deal, dealer, dealt. Did I see dealt? Well, I thought it, yeah, I think I see dealt. Peak, Pete, and okay, is this one? What is this one? I. All right. So just notice if you notice anything. But I will tell you more as I see it. I felt like there was one more. Ted, tell. Okay. All right. So week 1, D on the 3rd, the 5th, we have an L with a coin that looks like it is a Sagittarius symbol. Okay, so L on the 5th with a Sagittarius symbol. So you might be feeling like yourself there on the 5th. We have a letter K on the 6th. It looks like the 11th has some activity. We have the 4 of spades, a T, and an E. All right, on the 11th. We have an E again here, a P, and another P, and an R here on the 13th and 14th. Okay, so there may be just some activity. There's activity it's showing. We've got some shungite here on the 16th, on the 15th. You got a mermaid on the 16th, some drum set on the 17th with the letter A. Get over here on the 19th with an I and a W on the 21st, and then a lot of activity here on the 24th. Okay, the 24th, the word man. We've got a moose, a rose, and some saint, which I can't really tell who it is, but it's a coin. Okay, so it looks like, well, we have literally a man and the word man. And so the 24th of September seems to have the most energy here. Okay, the 25th, you have a letter L. We have the word royalty down here on the 30th, and a 3 and a D, 3D on the 3rd of October. All right, so I don't know if that means anything to you, but if it does, keep it in mind if you saw a name here or been thinking of somebody and you see their name here. See the word late. And all right, well, I am going to roll some dice also. And I rolled Sagittarius. I rolled the South Node in Sagittarius in the 4th house, right next to this little rolling pin, little toy rolling pin. Okay, South Node is the past. Sagittarius feels like the future. And 4th house is the home, okay? So there could be You could be returning back to a place that you visited before. Could be taking a trip somewhere that you visited before. You could have house guests in your home traveling from another country. With this rolling pin here, it's like they could be cooking for you. Okay. Maybe some homemade pasta. Okay, and what else? I'm going to give you some more power days based off of what you rolled. Okay. Now, Sagittarius, and then you roll fourth house. So let's see what days we have the moon in Sagittarius. It's like September 9th, 1:26 p.m. through the 10th and the 11th until 10:38 p.m. Power days for you. We also rolled the sign Cancer. So the moon will be in the sign of Cancer starting on Tuesday the 24th at 10:50 a.m., which is interesting because the 24th was the day that had the man, the moose, the rose, and the other symbol of a man. So that 24th, I would definitely mark your calendar. Okay, that's a powerful day for you. So the 20, what did I say? 24th, 10:50 a.m., 25th, 26th until 6:47 p.m. Have a fabulous, fabulous month, Sagittarius.